Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, dramatic video shows collapse of Arecibo Observatory. Also, is the MAX making a comeback? And NTSB asks FAA to look into an oil filter adapter leak hazard. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. We hope you had a great weekend. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. We have a very packed episode filled with the latest news. So let's start with dramatic video shows collapse of Arecibo Observatory's 305-meter telescope. The instrument platform of the 305-meter telescope at Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico collapsed last week, resulting in damage to the dish and surrounding facilities. No injuries were reported as a result of the collapse. The U.S. National Science Foundation ordered the area around the telescope to be cleared from unauthorized personnel since the failure of the cable on November 6th. Local authorities will keep the area roped off as engineers work to assess the stability of the observatory's other structures. Top priorities are maintaining safety at the site, conducting and completing damage assessment as quickly as possible, and taking action to contain and mitigate any environmental damage caused by the structure or its materials. While the telescope was a key part of the facility, the observatory has other scientific and educational infrastructure that NSF will work with stakeholders to bring back online. The investigation into the platform's fall is ongoing. Initial findings indicate that the top section of all three of the 305-meter telescope support towers broke off as the 900-ton instrument platform fell. The telescope support cables also dropped. Preliminary assessments indicate the observatory's learning center sustained significant damage from falling cables. Coming up, would you like to help restore World War II aircrafts? I'll explain what 12 Planes of Christmas is all about.
Are you ready to ace your FAA drone pilot knowledge test, get your remote pilot certificate, and start earning money? Well, flying a drone is a great tool that can open up new business opportunities for anyone. Realtor, insurance adjuster, videographer, or commercial weekend drone warrior, you need to fly legally. Whether you're pursuing your initial Part 107 remote pilot certificate or you need a renewal, King Schools has a course just for you. So start learning today at kingschools.com.
Swift Fuels proudly introduces the Forever Avgas STC. One simple upfront purchase entitles the Forever STC certificate holder to receive all current and future Avgas STCs that the FAA issues to Swift Fuels. The best part? It's priced today at only $100, and the prepaid certificate never expires. Get your Forever Avgas STC today at swiftfuelsavgas.com.
NTSB is just another tick on your pre-flight checklist until you need it. Did you ever wonder what would happen if you had an engine failure over the mountains, marshland, or other dangerous terrain? Take to the skies confidently with the most reliable and highest performing ELTs and safety products on board that instantly mobilize life-saving search and rescue across the world. Read survivor stories from aviators and adventurers who survived life-threatening encounters thanks to ACR and RTEC's life-saving technology. Luck favors the prepared at survivorclub.com.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're going to be summarizing some other interesting stories in the segment we call Around the Patch. So let's start with Commemorative Air Force launches 12 Planes of Christmas campaign. The Commemorative Air Force launched the campaign, which helps restore vintage World War II aircrafts to flying condition. Now in its 6th year, the annual and online giving campaign runs from December 1st until the 31st. Individuals can learn about the campaign, select an aircraft to support, and make a donation at www.supportcaf.org. The 12 Planes of Christmas campaign supports the organization's efforts and those of its volunteer members to restore the historic warbirds in preparation for flight and tours. Blue Origin continues BE-7 engine testing. Blue Origin's BE-7 engine program is continuing its testing at NASA Marshall Space Flight Center. This week, the program kicked off for the 4th thrust chamber test series of its high-efficiency engine. The hot fire testing further validates the engine that will power Blue Origin's National Team Human Landing System in support of NASA's Artemis program. So far, in the recent campaign, the thrust chamber was tested for a duration of 20 seconds. This brings the cumulative testing time on the BE-7 thrust chamber to 1,245 seconds. Virgin Orbit confirms second launch attempt window. The folks at Virgin Orbit are telling us that pending some additional tests and operations, the launch window for their Launch Demo 2 mission will open on Saturday, December 19th, with an opportunity to launch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Time. They will also have a similar launch window available on Sunday, December 20th, with further opportunities available in the next coming weeks if needed. They say that they're making another big step with this mission too, as they will be carrying customer satellites on board for the first time. Well, this is a bummer. Another event canceled due to COVID concerns. 2020 USPA National Collegiate Skydiving Championships is now canceled. With regret, Skydive Arizona in Eloy, host of the 2020 USPA National Collegiate Skydiving Championships, has submitted a request to the U.S. Parachute Association to cancel the competition due to significant concerns about the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic among military academies and civilian competitors. This request was unanimously approved by both the USPA Competition Committee and the USPA Executive Committee. Well, that does it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's return to the rest of the news. In a bit of a surprise, Boeing and Ryanair made an early announcement confirming another firm order of 75 additional 737 MAX airplanes, increasing its order book to 210 jets. Ryanair again selected the 737-8-200, a higher capacity version of the 737-8, citing the airplane's additional seats and improved fuel efficiency and environmental performance. O'Leary and Ryanair leaders joined the Boeing's team for a signing ceremony in Washington, D.C. Both companies acknowledge COVID-19's impacts on the air traffic in the near term, but express confidence in the resilience and strength of the passengers' demand over the long term. Ryanair is the launch customer for the high-capacity 737-8 variant, having placed its first order for 100 planes and 100 options in late 2014, followed by firm orders of 10 planes in 2017 and 25 in 2018. The 737-8-200 will enable Ryanair to configure its aircraft with 197 seats, increasing revenue potential and reduce fuel consumption by 16% compared to the airline's prior airplanes. After these messages, NTSB is asking the FAA to address oil filter adapter leak hazard. I'll explain why after the break.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
I believe that if people use the landing doctor training program, they will have less accidents and eventually their insurance will go down and they will make a superior pilot. We do personal limitation checklists, which is the most important reason you need to fly with limits. We do ground proximity awareness training, and we do this with a crosswind. We've been operating 6 Bristells for 2 years without one insurance claim. The Landing Doctor program is working, and you're going to hear more about it.
Welcome back. The NTSB has called on the FAA to issue an AD to address an unsafe condition associated with oil filter adapters installed through a STC on Continental engines. After uncovering the safety issue during its investigation of 2 crashes in 2019, the NTSB identified 9 other accidents between 2004 and 2018 in which airplanes equipped with these adapters had a loss of engine power. These accidents resulted in 3 fatalities and 5 serious injuries. The oil filter adapter, originally manufactured by F&M Enterprises from 1996 to 2015 and now manufactured by the Stratus Tool Technologies, is an aftermarket product that can be installed on certain model of engines. It allows owners and operators to use a conventional spin-on oil filter in place of the brass screen on the original engines. Both F&M and Stratus oil filter adapters are affected by the safety issue. Because compliance with the service bulletins is not mandatory for Part 91 operators, the NTSB is asking the FAA to issue an airworthiness directive to require owners of airplanes equipped with an F&M or Stratus oil filter adapter to repetitively inspect and, if necessary, reinstall the adapter to bring it in compliance with the service bulletin. Well, that does it for our show today. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is currently operating on our winter schedule, which means we are streamed Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but you can also catch us on Roku and Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne in the directory. We hope you enjoy the show. We'll see you next time.